Hello, how are you? I hope you're well and the new year is taking you easy and you're enjoying it. Today, I want us to continue with our discussion on mental health, and I keep on saying that I appreciate your contribution to this, and I know this is matters that are of concern to so many of us. Indeed, I think it's all of us because it happens to us on a daily basis that we need to maintain our mental health, but there are so many threats that threaten our mental health. Today, I have a very important question from one of us that asks, what are the common symptoms of anxiety and depression? What are the common symptoms of anxiety and depression? And at that point, I would like to ask you, do you know what is anxiety? Do you know what is depression? Can you be able to draw the difference between the two? So, allow me to go through anxiety and say that anxiety is a natural response to stress indicated by a feeling of fear and uneasiness. It is a natural response to stress. There are many factors that stress our life on a daily basis. Yeah? Every time you wake up, sometimes when you go to sleep, there are factors that stress us. So it is a natural way of telling you, hey, something needs to be addressed. However, as much as it happens to us, if it persists and it is overwhelming, then it should be a point of concern. Okay? So at that point, allow me to go through some of the symptoms that show that you're anxious, yeah, so that you're able to identify, am I going through anxiety? I know some people have a challenge telling between when they are sad and when they are anxious, yeah. So, but then I think as we go through that, I know you're going to be informed. Bhattacharya, when writing to the Economics Times, gave the following symptoms as a symptom to anxiety or to indicate anxiety. He says, one of them is persisting thoughts that something will go wrong. You know, when you have that feeling, and people keep saying, I have a feeling something will be wrong. I have a feeling things will not be right. Yeah? So that is one of the symptoms. Another one is sleeplessness. Kama hajai kupata ishainipata, and it is not a good feeling. It is a bad feeling. It can torture you. I remember I even felt sick. And going to the hospital, they could not find what the problem was. It is only that I was suffering from anxiety. And believe you me, and I want to encourage someone, please, it is not evil to go through anxiety. Many people are dying in silence. Many people are breaking down because we have demonized anxiety. We have demonized mental challenges until people are hiding and dying with your problems. Some people are even committing suicide. Don't get there. Come out here, because this is something that it happens, and it happens to human beings. And since we are human beings, we need to help one another. So allow me to continue with the symptoms. The other symptom is mental fatigue. You feel fatigued. The things you desired to do, you don't want. You don't want to wake up. You know, you were so tired even to attempt some of the basic things that you have been doing with ease. There's also lack of motivation, inability to focus or concentrate. Yeah? I know most of the time mtu akishindwa concentrate, we ask them, what are you thinking? What is stressing you? Imagine this is it. This is what we are talking about. And also mood swing. Yeah? People who could be extremely happy, extremely sad, without reason. Okay? And also, when it becomes so much, when it is deep-seated, it turns into depression. Okay? Before I jump into depression, allow me now to talk about, or to read the Bible verse. In the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse number 34, it says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough troubles of its own. What is this one telling us? That we have enough problems on a daily basis, and therefore, anxiety is not evil. Anxiety should not be demonized. We should be ready and willing to look out and to reach out to people so that we can support one another. Leo ni mimi, kesho ni wewe. So even the Bible acknowledges that. With that, well said and done, allow me to go to depression. Depression is a mental condition, it's a mental health condition marked by persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, lack of interests, or pressure in activities. You know, things that you are once so much motivated to do, you don't want to do them. Hopelessness, where people get to a point and then they don't care. Somebody does not go to job, to their work, and they don't care. You think they are careless, you think they are so careless, but they are not careless. Somebody could be going through depression. Remember, in our statement, it has been told to be a mental health condition. So just like malaria, just like typhoid, just like headaches, this is a condition. This is a health condition that needs to be addressed. Don't hide out there. Don't cover it. It is time for us to agree. People are committing suicide. People are ending lives. We don't want that. That's why we are saying that come out. It is a condition like any other. Sijaiona mtu anakimbilia kujua because they have malaria. They run to go to the doctors. Also run for help where it is necessary. Okay. So when it comes to, maybe to elaborate a bit, when it comes to depression, you find that you are lacking interest in very simple basic things. You lack interest to eat, so your appetite is zero. You don't want to shower. You see people walking and they are shaggy. Somebody who was once smart and well kept, when you see them persistently getting out there and they look like they are carefree, they don't care about how they look, start to get concerned, start to reach out. Okay, so self-care is something that is very basic, and this is one of the things that when somebody is persistently at a point of concern with that, then it should be something that we need to reach out and check what is happening. When it comes to depression, it affects your thoughts. By the way, you could have been a very productive person, but this one gets affected. It affects your emotion. These are the people that you try to live with. Unless you understand them and you start to help them, it becomes unbearable. Okay? It affects your physical well-being, meaning it also affects your physical health. So it is something that is serious, that needs to be reached, or that needs to, people to reach out and be helped. Now, for this one, I would say, when it comes to depression, it requires professional help and diagnosis and treatment. Okay? It should be professional, yes, and diagnosis, it's not enough. It should also be, there should also be treatment. So my dear friend out there, as I end this series, I want to tell us that let us come out, work together, support one another. Life might be hard, but when we hold hands, leo ni mimi, kesho ni wewe. Let us work with one another, support one another, na tutashinda. Until next time, keep healthy. Bye.